Yeah, we about to go live.
That's all right. As long as you ain't slow dancing.
Act like you got on skate. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
All right, I'm back, man. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm only gonna laugh about it, man, because I'm all jacked up over here, man. I got the camera all off. Let me know you guys can hear me, man, in the building. Everything looks good, sounds good. I'm sorry, y'all. I appreciate it. There we go. I appreciate you, LMV. Thank you so much. Here we go. We got a thumbs up. Technology. Anyway, man, we got 72 in the building. And because of that, I wasn't going to do this. I played the old intro. I got a new intro, and I'm going to give y'all some love on the new intro just because y'all been great. Y'all been holding out. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at the new intro for the season coming up. I might as well go in and do it now. Y'all check it out. Let me know in the comment section if you like it or not. Redo. Rewind selector.
Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. Slide, 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 slide. You finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide. I like you got some skate. Skates on, skates on, skate. I like you got on some 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 skate. Start for the jet, let's go. Pull off with you, slide ding, ride ding, dad ding, moving with you, drop it with you, time about the green light, let's move it ding, slide ding, ride ding, drop it ding.
Here we go, baby. We back in the building. Let me know how y'all like that. Give me a thumbs up in the building, man. Slide. We finna make it happen, man. I appreciate y'all. I was gonna try to hold on to that, but I figured we had like 65 people holding on, waiting for this technology foolishness, man. So anyway, we're gonna make it happen. Reggie, I try not look, Reggie. Slap your face, Reggie. It is picture day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put on that Sunday's best. Y'all leave me alone. But anyway, where you been at, man? Where you been at, Coke, dog? Say that bit fire. I appreciate it, man. We put some love into it, man. But anyway, we having some fun with it. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Technology. I always tell you this. If I ever write a book, and I think I am, when I get to my old age, I'm still a young buck. If I ever write a book, the title, I already had a title. It's called The Devil Works on Game Day. The Devil Works on Game Day. Anytime you try to do something big, the devil comes show his head. But guess what? It's all on how you finish the thing. So let's make this thing happen. Big shout out to everybody in the building. So many comments been popping through. So thank you to everybody in the building that's come in through here. Let's go ahead and talk this deal out. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to try to open up the phone line, hoping that don't change anything either. The title of the show is Offense or Defense, which looks better so far? They've only had 3 practices, guys. So I guess I could call that clickbait. A little bit of clickbait on my behalf of just trying to stir up some conversation. Who looks better right now? Is it offense or is it defense? We know we have 2 brand new coordinators, and Lance Guidry on the defense and Shannon Dawson on the offense. We have a brand new offense coming in, somewhat of a new defense style coming in.
You are the only participant in the conference.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. She's going to have to make one more bit of noise. Hold on one second. We're going to mute everybody here for a second.
All participants are muted.
All right. So phone line is going to be open here in a second. But anyway, with that being said, I just want to hear from the people. We've hearing a lot of talk about quarterbacks. Tyler Van Dyke, who came out and said he was like 92% healthy. That's fine. That's media talk. Nothing wrong with that. But there's been a lot of talk on the back end behind QB2. Will it be Ja'Carry Brown? Will it be Emory Williams? There's a lot of talk. I know Leonard Taylor is out right now so far as the spring, but on the D-line, what's going to happen there with the emergence of Jason Taylor becoming the new defensive or one of the defensive line coach in that sense. So we definitely check that out. As well, linebacker coach Nicholson is new to the scene coming from Louisville. All right. Hey, let's see what the linebackers look like. I'm still the underdog king when it comes to Corey Flagg. I still think Corey Flagg will be a significant piece to this defense. I don't care what anybody says, because he also plays with it up here. You understand what I'm saying? So he plays with it up top. I really believe he'll be a significant player to this defense. Some of you guys are not fans. Some of you guys are like, Coach, I'm finna click off your show right now and go watch something else, Bonanza or something. Well, I understand that. And everybody got haters, but I am the underdog king. And every underdog I've named so far has proven to be a star. I started off with Zach McCloud. Zach McCloud. Okay. They moved Zach McCloud down, led the team in sacks, right? New at the position. Corey Flagg last year. Corey Flagg led the team in tackles last year. Underdog king is here. So y'all can say what y'all want to say. It is what it is. Flagg is done, Coach. He can't cover. All right, we'll wait and see. We'll find out here coming up in the fall. But anyway, that's really what I'm going to talk about. I want to open this up. Probably won't be on here too long. I always say that, but as it gets good, it gets going. All right, and we'll make it happen. But shout out to everybody here in the building so far and so on. Brother Jay Blaze, what's up with you, man? The O going to look good until the pads come on. Hey, that make a lot of sense, man. That 13 pounds of pressure get on you, boy. It's tough. So we're going to definitely find out. You know, there's been a lot of number changes. We've been real amped up to see who's doing what, who's playing where. I've been watching other Miami Hurricane YouTubers, and they've had guests on. I believe Flo had some guests on, and other people have had guests on, and they kind of talked about their positions, man. So big shout out to them and what they do. Make sure you go follow those channels as well. It's going to just jump straight into this deal. It's going to pop the number 862-799-9956. The number is literally right here. 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call on in. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's talk a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on your way in. Don't be afraid. Real quick disclaimers. You guys can see right here, the last super chat, Coach got to get his hands right, was Dog for Life. He came on and he was talking about I was on the Coach Me Coach podcast and he ended up correcting himself. They were talking about Georgia's quarterback, Stetson. I can't remember. Not Stetson Bennett. Anyway, coach all over the place. Too much cane juice in my future. Too much cane juice in my present. It is what it is. All right, we got quite a few people coming. 8985 coming to you here in a second. Real quick before I get started. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor for the day, Mr. Alex Tabio from Pioneer Mortgage Funding. Check him out. Anything you have to do with home financing, give him a call, 305-205-1697, as well as all his information is in the description as well. Don't be afraid to hit him up. Get your stuff straight. Get your stuff right. All right, let's go. 8985 coming to you. I would like to hear about what are your thoughts? Who do you think is doing better so far? Offensive, defense, and then let me know why. You live, 8985, you live. Caller, 8985, you live.
All right, first, Coach, I want to say, watch the show every time. How you doing today? How you doing this Sunday morning?
I'm doing good. If you do me a quick favor, if you could just turn your background down, your TV or whatever down just a little bit. It's coming back through your phone.
All right, sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, Coach, to me, I feel like the offense is going to do way better.
Okay.
And this show, I had watched your show a couple of days ago where you said about Dawson. Do you think they brought him in for Ja'Cory Brown? And I watched somebody else. They said exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So sky's the limit for the offense. Offensive line, it looked like I want to say it's going to be a B plus.
Offensive line a B plus. Okay, all right. Talk to me.
I give them a B plus.
Mm-hmm.
For the struggle we had last year, due to the fact, we had a lot of injuries.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We couldn't protect the quarterback pretty good, but you know what I'm saying? Growing pains. That's what I feel like that we were going through growing pains.
All right, so hold on. That sounds good because I got another caller calling in 5034. Don't hang up. But here's what I want to ask you. You said the offense is going to do better. Fine, but I need to know. I need to know why. Just like overall, just a quick general summary of why do you think they're going to do better than the defense? Because typically defense gels a little faster than offense. So talk to us.
Okay, no problem. I have a classmate, her son, Ruben Bain, mom went out there to the practice.
Mm-hmm.
She said the whole atmosphere is totally different from last year. Totally different. Like everybody's starting to buy in.
Okay.
You know, so especially on the offensive side. So I think our offense is going to be biting.
Gonna be biting. Well, that boy Kevin Beard said we going vertical. He said we going vertical, and I'm gonna hold him to it.
Yes, sir.
When I get to that spring game in that first drive, if I don't see a vertical pass on first 3 plays, I'm jumping on the field. I'm getting in front of Kevin Beard's face, and guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna give him one because he said we going vertical. I appreciate you, dog. Let me go to get to the next caller, man. Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Already. 5034 coming to you right now. 5034, you live. Talk to us.
Coach.
What's going on?
Coach Hayes.
Yes, sir. Who is this?
Hey, this is John from Polk County. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Talk to me.
Man, you look here, but you had me worried. I was scared. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Coach having like all kind of problems. He going to be able to come on tonight? I mean, this is what I do. I listen to Coach Hayes. So you kind of had me worried there for a minute. But my question is this. We always liking if the offense is good or the defense is good. Offense is bad, defense is bad. We're like, one is better than the other. When we going to catch up to each other and just play on the same, same level where we all just getting the same thing at the same time?
Well, it's very rare. It's very rare that something is always gelling both ways. Prime example. What the Super Bowl champion this year, what was their stick? Offense or defense or both?
I think it was both.
You think so?
I do.
You think Philadelphia's offense? I mean, not Philadelphia.
Yeah. I think it could have went either way. I think they both were playing good. So I just think that, hey, when they're on the same level, I think they're gonna always win. But if you're always playing and your defense is always on the field and your offense sitting on the sideline, it ain't never gonna work. Vice versa. But if everybody on the same level, I think you're gonna be okay.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is everybody has one group is always a little stronger than the other. When you look at teams in general, right? When you look at Georgia, for example, it's their defenses the defenses where everybody harps on. Not saying they have a bad offense, but their defense is the staple of their program right now, right? When you look at teams that are winning, they're usually one side or the other, right? That's what I'm kind of bringing along. So, for example, when you looked at TCU, who made a great push this year, what do you think about when you think about TCU? You think about offense or defense?
For TCU.
And that's my point. And so that's what I'm saying. So to your point, I agree with you that they both have to be on key. But when people look at the U right now, what do you think they're going to think come August? Team identity. Yes, Reggie. Thank you.
They're thinking offense.
Okay.
That's just my point. I think they're thinking offense because everybody like offense. Everybody wants to see somebody score. Everybody wants to see the offense dominate, and stuff like that. I mean, I get it, but I just want to see an all-around 100% team across the board. I don't want one to be better than the other. I want them to complement each other.
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I ain't gonna lie to you. You got to still have that defense in order to win it, baby. I'm sorry. So we're going to find out. We definitely going to check it out. But I want to tell you this. Don't ever worry. Coach might wobble, but I ain't going to fall. You understand? Outcast line.
Listen. I got my cane juice going on, too. I probably could have set that keyboard up or whatever we doing. I could have done that, too. Well, I mean, I don't know what you do, but I got my cane juice going. It's biting also. Go live, finna go live. Finna go live. Later, Coach.
I appreciate it, man. That boy say he live, you finna go live. I love it. Anyway, real quick, if I would have had to go live from my phone, I'd have set that thing up and we would have made it happen. Let me go get to the next caller in the building, 3703. Before I get to you, caller, let me know, what are your thoughts? Who you think is going to be better so far? It's only been 3 practices. I'm talking about so far, as of today. Who looks better, offense or defense? And then once you answer that, then you can go ahead and kick it on. But before I get to the next call, I do want to give love to Dog Life. Dog Life, here it is. Thank you so much. Gunnar Stockton, coach. That's who he was talking about. Quarterback, one of the quarterbacks when we were on the Coach Me Coach with Dom on Tuesday. We were talking about their 3 quarterback deals. And at that time, he said that it was Kirby Smart's dad, but he came back and corrected himself and said it was Coach Bobo's dad instead of Coach Smart. So, yes, thank you so much for that, Dog for Life. Appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and get to the next caller, 3703. You're on the line. Caller, talk to us. You're live.
What's going on, big dog? Coach Spoon in the house.
Coach Spoon in the house. What's up with you, baby? When last time you got a championship brewing? What you got going over there?
Man, you know, hey, I got an 8-month-old dog. You already know. Yeah.
But every day about this time,
bro.
Hey, every day about this time, you championship dad, boy. Clean them diapers. Go for it.
All right, the offense to me is what's going to be better naturally because we talking air raid. Air raid is invented without having special guys. You can get away with it without having special guys because the way the schematics work, you do a lot of spacing, so you make people chase. So if you do have special guys and you do have an offensive line, then you put an element of execution in there. You know what I mean? Because you have guys that are special. That offensive line with an air raid, that's gonna make it dynamic. You know what I mean? You got decent quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I put Tyler at a B right now. You got to do more to be an A. But with that being said, now you got guys on the outside. You got Kobe Young. You got what's the other guy? George. That's some outside guys. You got the slots. You got speed with the young guys coming in. So now you got a lot of pieces to play with. So the offensive line for me naturally is going to take off a little faster than the defense. The defense itself, we're not strong enough on the D line, especially not a D tackle, unless them boys start showing that they're elite in themselves. I actually have more confidence right now in the linebacker core than the secondary may be strong in the safety position. One safety position, we got to wait for Williams to actually show his worth. But the cornerbacks, they coming back. They got experience. The guys with experience, the transfer portal, the guys that came in, I think they're going to be solid. But for them to say elite, I don't know. And I think defense, is different because if you understand, again, we talking schematics. Offensive line, the wide receivers, running back, they're going to use spacing to win. People going to use that same against us, and that's how we got called up against people like Middle Tennessee last year.
No, that's true. So we definitely need to find out. But again, we're talking about the spring right now, 3 days in. I'm only talking 3 days in. I know y'all talking the future.
3 days in.
3 days into practice, you're a coach. The kids or the players, shout out to Host One. Every time I do, I'm going to give Host One a shout out. The young men are going to spring break. Coaches, you're in the building, you're evaluating these first 3 days. And we know first 3 days is basically install fundamentals technique. That's pretty much it. You're not really in the scheme so far yet. Who do you think right now? You think defense is winning?
Defense got to. Defense, at the end of the day, you always tackle. You always tackle. You know what I mean? I don't care how you look at it. You're still trying to figure out what you're doing on offense. So defense got to be ahead.
That's fair. That's fair.
And it's a 4-2 scheme that we pretty much running.
Yeah, but how fast are they grasping the concept? See, remember I told you there's no tackling going on. They're in shorts. They're in underwear. I'm talking about now. Are they picking up
left? We slanting right. We ain't basics. Still the basics.
I love it, man.
The gap scheme still the same.
I love it, man. Well, let me go ahead and got more callers in this deal, man. But appreciate you, Coach Spoon, in the building, man. Hey, that baby gonna have you pulling that hair out quick. I can't take it.
Already did.
All right, dog. Appreciate you, man. Be good, man. All right, now we're coming to 89-17 in 1 second. All right. Real quick, shout out to Lance Leggett in the building. Lance, call in, man. Let people know where they can get these peanuts from, man. So I need you to call on in, Lance. Get on that line. Don't be scared. I know you're out there selling them left and right, but take 2 minutes so you can sell some more of this thing. Coming to 89-17 right now. Call or talk to us. Let us know where you feel, if it's offense or defense after these first 3 practices, who's in the lead.
Coach Hayes, what's up, baby?
What's going on?
Mabry up here in Georgia.
Mabry, what's up with you, man? Big shout out to you, baby Kane, great Mabry in the building. What's up with you?
Nothing much, man. Just checking in on your show. Hey, shout out to my boy Lance too for them peanuts too. Hey, them peanuts is what it's at.
I'm trying to tell you. I told Lance, man, he need to call in. We got to get people to plug. You got to throw the maybe one of these blue wrenches could throw in the information where they can find it. But I need Lance to call in and plug it because he got a whole commercial when he called in. But anyway, talk to us, man. What's your thoughts, man? Who you think now? You know, you've been out there on Green Tree. What's your thoughts in regards to in regards to who you think winning after the first three?
I'll be honest with you, Coach. If the offense is going better than the defense right now, we're in trouble.
Okay.
Defense always progresses along faster than the offense.
All right.
Based off of what everybody keeps saying, schematics and all that, you're right. That's what makes the offense different and harder to grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Because for every rhyme and reason, I'm running this route at 10 yards, but why are you running it here? Oh, because it affects this route.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that plays a part into the offense. The defensive player can make a mistake, and another person can make it, you know what I'm saying, make up for that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do that on offense.
Yeah.
Got to give it to the defense.
Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking, man. Like I said, I'm waiting on other people to call in, but here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's what I know about defense. Defense plays on a set of rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defenses play on a set of rules, meaning it's a if this then that. That's how defense is set up. If this then that. What does that mean? Exactly. If the offense comes out in a 3-by-1, then we're going to be in this or do this. We're going to line up like this. If the offense comes out in a 2-back set, then we'll defend it like this. And that's really what a lot of coaching is about when it comes to defense. Can you teach the if this, then that? What does that mean? Like I said, if this happens, then we do that. For the most part. And you have to get them to grasp that concept. I was literally just watching, and callers, give me a second. I was literally just watching Ryan Clark, and he was talking about his time with Nick Saban and when he quit and so forth and so on. And he was saying that the defensive line coach used to joke with him and say there's only two people that know this defense, Coach Nick Saban and Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark understood what Coach Saban wanted. If they do this, he went through the checks because he said, listen, for people that know football, you'll understand that. For those that just listen to y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know where I saw that. I saw it somewhere on YouTube. But anyhow, that's what he was saying. He was saying, hey, if they come here, we're going to do this. If a tight end set there, we're going to buzz down to the tight end. If it's going to be a 2-back set, we'll do this. We'll blah, blah, blah. We'll slot this guy. We'll double here. We'll sky this call. He was going through all of the different scenarios. And so I say all that to say, if Coach Guidry and his staff can teach the guys the rules to his defense, they should be far along.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now if they can't pick up the rules, yeah. Now, should the offense know where to go? Sure, they should based on the call. But here's a part two of this, Mabry, and you know this. The chemistry comes with the execution, not necessarily where to go, right?
Exactly.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, for example, the O-line knows I need to block out on this offensive tackle. I mean, on the defensive end, excuse me. Offensive tackle, I got to block out. The problem is, can you execute that block? Not that I know the block. Can I execute that block? And that's where the difference lies in, man. But, yeah, go ahead, man, real quick, and I'm going to get to these next callers, bro.
Yeah, then with that, I'm going to add another tidbit on to that, you know, because, you know, when I was there, I played for 3 offensive coordinators. Every offensive coordinator going to bring in their own terminology. So you're going to have to try to learn their terminology, what they want. It may be 60 protection. He may call it 60, where another offensive coordinator calls it scat.
Right.
It's all the same, but I got to change my mind frame from this to that. All that plays along in it.
And you know what's funny you say that? I used to do the same thing. So the general terminology, 90 protection is so many steps, 60 protection was screen and so forth, 50 protection. I used to do this to make it super simple. 30 protection was 3 steps. 50 protection was 5. That meaning that the offensive line knew in 30 protection, the 3 meant is a 3-step drop. That means we won't have to kick slide.
Yes, sir.
50 protection meant it was a 5-step drop. Just take one. And then 70 protection was a 7-step drop. You understand? Like,
yep. Yes, sir. That's easy.
That's how easy is that? But you know how many coaches used to go back through 90 protection was the 7-step drop, and this protection was that. Yeah, man. I looked at it as those numbers were going to represent the amount of drops in the quarterback. Meaning, if you heard 30 protection, you know that ball is out. Nobody should get sacked in the 30 protection.
Nobody.
You should. If you get sacked because the quarterback didn't throw the ball.
Exactly. He held on to it.
He held on to the ball. Right? 50 protection, basically, especially if you're in shotgun, 50 protection is hit step, let it ride. Shouldn't get sacked either. Now, 70 protection, a little different. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But, bro, I appreciate you, man. I can talk ball like this all day. But let me go on and get to these other callers, man.
Yes, sir. Enjoy, y'all. I appreciate it, Coach.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. Please call in anytime. All right, good call right there, man, from Mr. Mabry, man. Jarrell Mabry. Kane, great, man. All right, let me get to the next one right here. I already know who this brother is. Let me go and get him in here. Brother Jay Blaze in the building. What's up, baby?
What's going on, Coach A?
I'm good. Talk to me, man. What's up with you, man? What's your thoughts?
Hey, man, my thoughts, hey, you know, that offense always going to click until them pads come. As soon as that hitting starts, you know, tend to see a little bit slow up. So some players get to slowing up a little bit. That's always the big. I always see that offense. You know, they got the advantages because ain't nobody thumping out there, ain't nobody tackling, ain't nobody hitting.
That's what it is.
You know, that dog that come out when the pads come on. You know what I'm saying. So
that post route get real skinny, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, that little crocodile arm start coming out them T-Rex routes.
I'm telling you, hey, we gonna see who the puppies and who the dogs out there. We'll see what happens. Hey, that game plan go out the window when them pads come on.
Hey, Coach, better stop calling that post route. You don't see that man sitting in the middle of the field with that baseball bat?
Right.
Oh Lord, I'm loving it, Blaze, man. How you been, brother? Good.
Everything been all right, man. Everything chilling. I'm checking. I was on U Talk. Everybody check out U Talk and all the other Hurricanes YouTube channels, and you know, I try to support it. So many of them, so it's hard to get around.
It is.
I ain't even been over on Zoe channel. So
okay. You know what? I got to give D a call, man. I knew they had took a little break, so I got to give D a call. I didn't know they were back on yet, so I definitely got to check them boys out, man. I've been so crazy myself, but Blaze, as always, man, thank you so much. Let me get this other call in, and matter of fact, warm your hand up, man. I think I think this next dude. I'm looking at this number. I think I recognize. I might have warmed his hand up a little bit, but anyway, all right, Blaze, appreciate you, baby.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. 7021 coming to you now. 7021 coming to you. Oh boy, I already know what this means. I think I know what this is already.
Hey, Coach, I don't want no problems because you already know who the number one overall seed is in March Madness. You already know who it is, but just that roll tide, baby. But anyways, Coach. Anyways, I think at this point, I mean, you would hope the defense better be winning, because if they ain't winning, y'all gonna have problems come the season. I think when new offensive coordinator, getting everything new in, I think you'll truly see where the offense is come game one. Y'all got a nice little tune-up. Well, hopefully it's a nice little tune-up game against Miami, Ohio. See where y'all are at. But definitely at this point, I mean, defense should definitely be winning. You know, so I think that's just gonna be how it goes right now. And for a lot of times, just with putting in this new system, I don't think there was which is gonna be completely opposite from the last guy's system. Mm-hmm. And you know, I hope Mario does good, because you know he definitely will be a candidate. You know, come when Nick Saban leaves, he's definitely gonna be a candidate. He's definitely gonna want the job at Alabama, because that's the greatest school ever. That is the real U, because the U stands for the university. The University of Alabama is the U. So.
Yeah, I just went on and muted that dude right quick, and I gotta put him on timeout. He ain't going yet, but I gotta teach him a lesson right quick. Don't you hang up. I don't want to put you over there in timeout right there because you're talking this blasphemy on this channel. Let me tell you something, man. My mama told me not to say nothing. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. But this mother beep about to me off. And I don't know if I got time for it. See if you learned this lesson. All right. You all right now?
But Coach, I'm Coach. I just have to come on here and speak facts.
Man,
have to speak
you
facts,
come
brother.
right out of
the
a
greatest
comic.
university. The greatest university. We've won a national championship almost every decade since 1920. Since 1920. Roll Tide, Coach.
You know what, though? Can I tell you something? Ain't nobody else calling in. Today I got time.
Because I'm going to keep it G real. I don't f with you because you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me to take off my flag, asking how gangster I was. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. I told you I ain't got time for that. But today I got time, cuz.
Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time. Let me explain something to you, my brother. You call in here with that blasphemy all the time. And let me go in and get something straight to the point. If Nick Saban does not come in our backyard, y'all nobody. Y'all SMU. That's who Alabama is. Alabama is SMU. Do me a favor.
Hey, Coach,
no. Hold on. I told you today I got time. Today I got time. Do me a favor, bro. You name just the state of Alabama. You from Alabama. You name the state of Alabama who was in the past, you talking decades. Give me 2 top 10 recruits coming out of Alabama. What would their name was?
Okay, we
No, not the university. I'm talking about that raggedy state.
One offensive lineman that got drafted to the Bengals in like 2009.
I said this decade. Hold on, see, that's the Alabama education. Now I said this. You said 2009. I said this decade.
Oh,
see, that's what I'm talking about. The Alabama, and I know you standing on the top of the hill right now.
What was Kool-Aid rank?
Hold on, with some aluminum foil on your head so you get a better cell reception. I know right now. You tell me, Mr. Alabama.
Well, I know Kool-Aid was up there. The DB over at the DB for us now.
Okay, that's one.
Who's gonna be a top 10 pick next year?
That's one.
So at the end of the day, Coach, we can come in Miami's backyard.
No. Let me go back to my question. No. Let me go back to my question. Let me go back to my question. Now, you name me. Give me, in the past decade, give me 5 of the top Alabama players to come out. The University of Alabama.
And Julio was from Alabama. I'm
this decade.
Taking me a time. But
hold
okay,
on.
5 of the top.
Hold on. Let me slap you into this decade.
Okay.
This decade.
Okay. Let's see. This decade.
I got you, hoodie girl. I got you. I got time today. So I got to give him some blast, hoodie girl. I got to blast this cat. Y'all whole defensive backfield was from Florida last year. One of y'all baddest defensive end is from Florida this year. The receivers y'all done had were from Florida this year. And I'm talking South Florida. I ain't talking about the university. I ain't talking about the state of Florida. I'm talking about South Florida from 561, 954 to 305.
So,
no, I don't want to hear all that. So hold on.
We're going to continue to have it because we the university.
No. Y'all
We're going to continue to come in there. We're going to continue to take players.
And that's our fault. I'm going to blame. You know what? That ain't y'all didn't do good. We did bad. We did bad. Y'all didn't do good. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference.
And if
right?
Mario does good, guess what we gonna do? Guess what? If Mario does good and wins at Miami, guess what we gonna do? Take him.
No, you're not. You're gonna try to slide something up there to Indiana to the NCAA and try to slide a little piece of note. Mario Cristobal, he did this, and Nick Saban's so soft. I think players should get paid, but they need to have rules. Donors, if you don't start cutting a bigger check, then we can't sustain this. I need an Aflac commercial. But I'm going to talk bad about Dion, even though I'm his friend, just so I can stay ahead. Scoundrel. Get out of here with that foolishness, man. Hey, I appreciate you, dog, as always, but I'm going to slap you on the way. Get off my line, man. Already, man. Appreciate you, dog. Hoodie girl in the building. You're live. Talk to us.
What up, Coach Hayes? I called in just because I wanted to get that fool off the line.
Yeah, there you go. Talk to. I wish I would have left him on the line. You could have gave him some. So talk to us. What's going on with you?
Yo, I called in because you got to talk some Canes basketball on the show tonight. Come on now.
All right, here we go. Can I be very honest? I am not a basketball fan at all. So here's what I'm going to do. You are literally the host of this segment. Canes basketball. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all clap it up for Hoodie Girl and the Canes basketball team. All right, talk to us, Hoodie Girl. I have no idea about basketball. I know we're winning. I know I suck.
No, selection Sunday was today, man. The Canes are going to be a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. We play Drake in the first round. If we win, we'll likely play Indiana, who's the 4 seed.
All right. So what does that mean for the Canes then? Talk to me.
I think it's a winnable matchup, but our center is injured. So if Norchad Omier comes back and is able to play, because he got injured in our semifinal matchup in the ACC tournament against Duke, and we lost him in the first minute of the game, and that kind of derailed us. So he's got a nice ankle sprain. So if he can come back and play, then I think we got this weekend, and we make it into the Sweet 16.
I love it. Now I'm gonna tell you a name. You probably know the name, but I know you didn't get a chance to see this person play. Last time I remember a name from the University of Miami basketball team was Kevin Presto. You know what?
Way back.
Okay, so that's the last thing I remember from Miami Hurricane basketball, Kevin Presto. So that goes to tell you right there how far back I go. So big shout out to you, man. I love it. Any other thing? Let me ask you this: what are the odds of us taking it all the way down, all the way to the championship?
Oh, winning the Natty.
Yeah.
I mean, we made an Elite 8 run last year. I think if Norchad is healthy and we have like a complete team, I think we have a chance that we can make a run to the Elite 8. I don't think we're winning at all, but we're a very different team. We're a lot smaller than we were last year, but I think we have more depth. So it kind of just depends on the matchup, really.
I love it. Hey, you just coached me, Coach.
I think the Sweet 16 is feasible.
Hey, let's go, man. Coach L, right? It's Coach L, right? I'm loving it. Let's go, Coach L and Canes basketball. Let's make it happen. Real quick, let me flip to you before I get on to the next caller. Who do you think right now, based on these 3 practices, Hoodie Girl? And if y'all don't know who that is, do me a favor, Ellen, put her Twitter account in the chat, and you guys go follow her, give her a quick follow, and come right back in after she leaves, because I want you to hear this information. Who do you think right now, after 3 practices, is winning right now from the from the spring standpoint? Like, who's winning in the coach's eyes?
What players?
No, like offense or defense, meaning like, when I say winning, meaning like, okay, the offense is grasping the concept a lot faster, defense is like faster, what that kind of deal?
I got to go defense.
Why do you think that?
I just think we got some dogs on defense, man. I don't know. Plus Coach Guidry just seems like a chill dude, man. I like him. But I think we've got some more veteran leadership on that side with like Cam and the Saints, and I don't know, we just got some dogs on defense. I think our defense is going to be really good this year.
All right, well, I can't wait to see it, man. Who's going to be your standout player besides Cam Kitchen on defense?
I think the Saints takes a huge jump this year. I mean, he was a starter by the end of the season, and he was just a true freshman. I think this defense that Guidry's going to install is going to help the Saints a lot.
All right, offensively, who's going to be the breakout player besides TVD?
Man, I hope TVD's a breakout player.
I just figure it's him being the quarterback. If you do pick a receiver, then that means he's got to throw him the ball. That's why I kind of said besides TVD.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the position group, and I'm gonna say our O-line. I think our O-line is gonna take a major step with this year with Cohen and Lee coming in with that veteran leadership, and then Jalen Rivers back, and Inez Cooper back, Sampson and Francis come in. I think we see a big difference in our O-line this year. I think that's gonna be just a breakout position on offense for us, and then that way that makes everybody else better.
All right. I like it, man. Well, I appreciate you so much as always. I don't know if you offer on this weekend, this Sunday, but regardless, thank you for calling in, whether you had to sneak in the closet to do it or you're laying back and recline. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I'm not at work today, so I had to be sure to call in.
Perfect. I'm gonna get you on here one day. We're gonna get you on that. We're gonna get you to host this deal in.
Anytime, Coach Hayes, I'm available.
Yes.
Have a good one.
You too now. Appreciate it. Big shout out. Go check her out. Go pop over there to Twitter. Baby Shack has put it in there in the chat. Just go ahead and click the link right quick and go give her a follow. Let's get that thing rocking and rolling. I'm coming to $86.95 right now. $86.95. Caller, you are live. What's your thoughts on regards to offense or defense? Who's winning so far in the spring game?
Look, Coach Hayes, it's cool from the crib. What's going on?
Cool from the crib. I think you spell it with a K. Talk to me.
Absolutely. Everything been all right?
I've been good, man. I had a rocky start at the beginning of the show. The devil was trying to work, but I said, I rebuke you, devil. And guess what? We on the show and we live. 216 in the building. Talk to me.
Absolutely. I feel like the defense ahead, and I want to see them more ahead, man. You just got some dogs on that D line. And I think Guidry knows how to cut them loose. I think now that Taylor's been promoted to defensive end head coach, that is a big inspiration to a lot of those brothers on the edge. I think I give the edge to the defense. I definitely think they'll be able to flow better. I think in certain instances, we'll see now. We'll see if Guidry and game time decisions can make those adjustments when needed, as we've seen that Brother Steele, he kind of lacked a little bit, especially in that mid Tennessee game. Mm-hmm. But at least he took ownership. I'm gonna give him that. He did take ownership in that. But hopefully Guidry will be able to see that and make those adjustments. And like I said, when I seen his resume, I know they weren't like Power 5 teams, but from his resume, it does stand that like he's always had great defenses.
All right. So what's your stand in on offense? And again, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Did you answer them as of right now? These first 3 practices, who's ahead and why?
I think defense is ahead.
But why?
That's because the system, I think, is easier to grasp for them. Now, I will say this. I do think now the offensive system is much better than it was last year. And even TVD expressed that, okay, well, at least you don't got some guy criticizing you and this, that, and there. He made his comments about the last OC. But
right.
I feel as though the defense is ahead from what I see.
Okay.
But
now let's speak offensively. You brought up defense and what they're going to be doing. What do you think was going to happen here on the offensive side of the ball?
Say it again.
What do you think is going to happen on the offensive side of the ball with Coach Dawson, the new OC?
Well, I think what's going to happen is I think that he's going to understand how to implement a much better route tree. Like you said, there were times last year when, like, bro, you have like a 3rd and 15, and we're running like freaking 25-yarders and not even trying to dump off. I think he definitely knows how to get those guys, how to work with those backs in the backfield and get them outside. And same thing with his smaller, quicker receivers. I think he'll know how to get the ball to the edge and get them to do exactly what the last OC was saying that he was going to do, get speed and space. I think he'll be able to actually accomplish that, though.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out. It's all about execution. Talk about speed and space. It comes down. One thing about the air raid, it comes down to communication. Everybody has to be on the same page. A lot of choice routes are in there. It's a lot of non-verbal communication. It's a lot of pre-snap reading in there. Is the safety outside leverage, inside leverage? Is he head up? You know, so for that offense is very similar to defense. It's a lot of if this then that. Meaning if the safety's outside, then I do this. Go ahead.
Oh no. I also think it's going to help the O-line out and getting that ball out quick. You know, being able to get that ball out quick so they ain't got to hold blocks as long.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to pound the rock, man, they'll be ready.
Okay. We're going to find out, dog. I got a quick question. Somebody wrote on here in the comment section. Just with all the bad apples out, that's at least 2+ wins. And the coordinator hires, that's 3+ wins, equals 5+ wins from last year. Well, we were 5-7. And you're going to tell me 2+ win. Let me do my simple math. Carry the 1. And you're going to tell me that's 7 wins. And then the coordinators, that's 3+. We saying we a 10+ win season, a team next year. Canes Hills. Ooh-wee. Do you agree with that or disagree with that? Talk to me, man. What's your thing? Cool with cool from the crib?
I think I say 3+.
So we're 8-win team.
Yeah, we're 8-win team. I definitely think we're 8-win team, and I definitely think this is a concept that is not going to be difficult for the receiving core, not going to be difficult for the offensive line. You know, I definitely think that this is a much easier system, much more free-flowing system. And he's even said, Shannon, that even if they don't get his terminology, he can take the terminology that they had prior to and actually put the pressure on his own self.
Good. That's what he should do. To be honest with you, I mean that's what good coaches do. If the guys are used to a system, at the end of the day, I'm standing behind the white line. I'm not getting hit. I'm not out of breath. I don't have a mild concussion from just making this big tackle. I should be able to adapt. So I should be able to adapt easier than the players. But again, some things do fall within systems and category, and that's neither here nor there. But appreciate you, cool, man. I got another caller popping in right now. 8963 is back there holding. So I thank you, man, so much as always, man. Really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Good hearing from you.
You too, man. Bye now. All right, we got another call in, 8963. I did want to bring that up. Give me 1 second. That was a very interesting take because that person said Canes Hills basically saying we're a 10+ win team. Very optimistic. Nothing wrong with that. But it'll be interesting to find out. All right. 8963, you are live. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, what's going on, Coach, man? Hey, what's up? This is Port Knox. I'm actually calling from Birmingham, but I stayed down there in South Florida for a long time. My brother of mine played down there at Piper with Quadrant Hill and that whole squad long time ago.
Long time ago, Quadrant.
Yeah. So I'm up here, but yeah. So I think, according to what you're talking about, I think the offense is going to be ahead of the defense all the time.
Really?
I think it's just, I just think that as you know, it's no different from any other year. Like they come into it, and they come out and it's read and react for the defense. So it's always going to be the offense has a leg up on the defense trying to figure out what's going on. But I really like what Guidry's got going on, and I think that defense is going to be really fun to watch. I was watching what's his name? Oh goodness, I'm brain farting on his name. What's his? Kane's. Anyways, it just seems like that. It just seems like there's the offense always has a leg up on the defense, and there's just everything just looks kind of that route.
All right, let me ask you this, Port Knox. You've been around for a long time in this system. I mean, with us, I've been seeing your name for a long time.
Yeah.
Let me slap myself first before I ask this question. Hold on. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer.
I got smacked up.
No, I got smacked up. I smacked myself. I just slapped myself because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer.
Okay.
But what makes this year different? What makes a Lance Guidry, Shannon Dawson offense, defense different than a Broyles Award winning offensive coordinator and playoff team, offensive coordinator, and a Kevin Steele, NFL veteran, big time Power 5 SEC in tandem with a 2-time national championship defensive coordinator, NFL experience, head coach, yada, yada, yada. What makes this different so far as an excitement level? Because we said that last year.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying we said the same thing I'm hearing this year. Oh, it's going to be exciting to watch. Oh, it's going to be this, that, and the other. I can't wait to see them blitz. So I said all that to say, why do we continue to say these same things without proof of concept? I'm just asking.
Well, okay. So what I saw last year was a big group of excitement about a bunch of names. It was names. It was just you bring in people in, and there are all these names, and it was just people who had done good in the past, and they were this and they were that, but they may not have been a fit. They may not have actually, like we talk about chess but not checkers. It was just one of those deals where guys came in and they may have done this in the past, they may have done that in the past, but it may not have been the fit that we needed in order to be able to put our heads down and roll. But this year it seems like more of, okay, well, we tried that, it didn't work, and let's put our heads down and go and figure out with some young hungry dudes and bring Beard and all these other people back who just kind of fit versus people who were just a big name to get the initial, heads in the house when Mario first came in. And don't get me wrong, all these guys that they brought in, they were great coaches, but it just didn't work. I mean, you saw how it was with our old boy from oh my gosh, the quarterback coach, and I mean, they didn't work together.
With Ponce,
so
Frank Ponce.
It takes a little bit to work that whole thing out and whatnot. So, it doesn't have to be the big name. It just has to be the right fit.
I agree with that. So I appreciate that, man. But thank you. Let me get to these next callers. But Port Knox, as always, man, you always welcome around here, baby. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thanks. I'm coming to 0889. Give me 1 second. Let me give some love to some donos. Big shout out. Thank you for subscribing. Life in Football. Thank you for subscribing, as well as thank you for subscribing. Bernie Owens. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. If you notice right here, when you subscribe, something drops down in my cup. I get to jingle my little cup with McCain juice in it. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the button. And again, I have to turn on the things because the little adult stuff robots start coming on the chat and mess up the chat and corrupt it and all of that. So if you want to leave a comment, all you gotta do is hit the free button. Coach giving them out free. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to 0889. 0889, you're live.
Yo, what's good, Coach Hayes? This is Jerusalem Canes and Hills.
Oh, you Canes and Hills. What's up, baby? You got, hey.
Yes, sir.
Hold up. You got some splain in the door, Lucy. You got some splain in the doors. So hold on. Let me go back to your chat. Let me go back to your let me go back to your comment. Let me see if I can find it. You got pushed down. All right, here we go. And I want to put it up, and I need you to explain because based on what okay, here we go. So Kane Hill says, just with all the bad apples out, that's at least 2+ wins. So that puts us at 7+, right? That's fair?
Yep.
Wins. And the coordinator hires, that's 3+. That puts us at 10+ wins. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please explain, Lil She. Thank you.
All right, I got you. All right, so all the bad apples gone. That means everybody that we got on our team, they all bought in. The new guys, they all bought in. All right. Just from that and no negativity going on in the locker room, that's going to increase the win total right there for 2+ wins. It's probably going to be some more guys that leave too. So everybody is completely bought in. That's 2+ wins right there. That's going to get us some grinding games that we couldn't win last year.
Okay.
All right, so we go to the offensive line and stuff like that. We're going to be able to run the ball, barring no injury. We should be able to close out games. And then the last thing is with the coordinator hires, Shannon Dawson. I'll say Shannon Dawson first. It's not going to be any shackles on TBD. It's not going to be, little check with me, passes at the first beginning of the season. They're going straight down the field. They're going to open the whole thing up for TBD. It's no excuses. And then on the other side, we got Lance Guidry. The defense is going to be stout. They're going to create turnovers, and Lance Guidry had one of the best third down percentages on defense last year. He's going to get them guys off the field and get the ball back to TBD.
Okay.
3, that's going to be 3+. That's 3 wins right there. I'm not even looking at the schedule. You know what I'm saying? Even if I look at the schedule, if we lose to Texas A&M, Clemson, and Florida State, we still a 9-win team. No way we should be losing to BC, Temple, Virginia, Duke, North Carolina. North Carolina got a new OC. They lost a lot of guys. State lost a lot of guys to the league as well. So we should be straight.
All right. Somebody said you a Tar Heel fan also?
Yes, sir. I'm a Tar Heel fan as well. More so far as basketball, which they suck right now. But gosh. Yeah, I'm a Carolina basketball fan and Miami Hurricane football fan.
I know your life hard, bro. And I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna pray for you, man. With the Kane party, you probably have a great day, but as the sun set and the hills part start coming in, it's like, it gets tough for you, man. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, that's what Deion was talking about with the NIL, man. These guys got the bag, so they ain't hungry, man. They ain't hungry. That's the one thing the NIL will do. Guys won't be hungry, man.
I heard that, man. Well, we're going to find out. I'm glad you explained it. You said we should not lose to anybody, maybe possibly Clemson. Who the 3? Clemson, Texas A&M, and who's those?
FSU. But I think we're going to beat we're going to beat Texas A&M this year, though.
All right, we're going to find out. We're going to find out real quick. All right, man, I appreciate you.
Everybody.
No, you good. Go ahead. Say your last piece. No, say your last piece.
Oh, no, I was just saying, just looking at the schedule, like as a fan, we should be optimistic with the schedule. The schedule is actually very, very favorable. We just got to win the games we're supposed to win. As on paper, we got more blue chips than all of those teams, man, except for Texas A&M, Clemson, and Florida State. Just off the hires, some of those games going to be a toss-up, and we should be able to close it out. That's all I'm saying.
And you bring up a good point.
If TBD the guy he's supposed to be, we should be able to close him out.
Interesting point, man. I'm glad you brought that up, but thank you so much. Let me get the 4131 right here. Been holding patient.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. All right. Before you do that, go on to call on in 862-799-9956. You can find the number right here. 862-799-9956. You're more than welcome to call on in and to put you in the queue. Just hold tight. You can hear the conversation as we have it. I will call the last 4 digits of your phone number to let you know that I am coming to you. 4131, you are live. Talk to us.
Woo, Coach. We're going 12-0 national championship in 2023. Don't you know?
Yeah, I heard that.
What's up, Coach Hayes?
I'm good, man. Hold on. Hold up. I know this voice. Y'all clap it up because I think this is my man. It's Coach Coop in the building. What's up, baby?
I tried to throw a little extra Southern on there to throw people off. Did it work?
It did at first, and then I'm like, when you said my name, that sounds familiar. It caught me off a little bit. I know it's a little delay between the video, you know that. I'm like, I know this voice. Coop, what's up with you, baby, man?
Hey, just chilling, man. I got to be honest. I'm not trying to call in and be a Debbie Downer.
No, do your thing.
I'm usually a pretty positive dude, but I have your stream on in the background, and I'm hearing 9+ wins, 10+ wins, guaranteed. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I got to give my 2 cents for just a second.
Sure.
Like, okay, so I've been doing this now for 7 years.
Wow.
And every single year has always been hyping us up, right? The big time hires, we've made this change, we've made that change. And I've always said it's okay to be positive and be optimistic. That's not a bad thing. But too many years, Coach Hayes, I have set myself up to be disappointed every year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be honest. This year, for me, 6 wins and making a bowl game is some positive progress. 7-5, you know, I mean, I don't know. For me, what makes it so tough is, and I think that you've said this before, so I'm not trying to copy what you typically say.
Do what you think.
But this year would kind of give us a baseline to go off of, right? Like it's hard to compare this year to last year because it's year 2 for Mario, but look at how many coaching changes we made. So in a way, it's kind of like we essentially hit the reset button again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to have a baseline for 2023, and then we can compare 2024 to this. So my expectations are not through I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope we do well, but I'm not going to be pissed if we go 6-6 or 7-5. I just need to see some improvement, man. Period. That's it.
So, Coop, let me ask you. I got people in the back, but they got to wait, man. Can we talking to Coop? So, hold tight, though, 14-13. But let me ask you this. So I got you on here. Big shout out to Hoodie Girl, a.k.a. Melissa. Or is it Melissa, a.k.a. Hoodie Girl? I don't know what she prefers to be called. But anyhow, for the 199, she says, Coop in the building. So thank you so much. So I'm going to ask you this, Coop, like I asked the previous caller. Year before, and like you said, you've been doing this 7 years. So you've been in that chair a long time, way longer than I have. But for year after year, we say the same things. And now you guys remember, I said this last year. I didn't have any expectations. Wherever the bar was set is where I go. If he said it, the bar is set at 5-7 right now. Now, I did say year 2, I would have expectations, and I will put out a season prediction. But I said, here's my caveat. I got to put it out now after the spring due to 60% coaching turnover, right? 60% of our coaches turned over. Maybe 70 now with Jason Taylor and Rod Wright. I don't know. So I am going to make that prediction, but I'm going to do it after the spring game because everything is so new. I should be able to take I would take my expertise in coaching, for lack of a better term, and kind of dive deep into that spring game of what I see to kind of forecast what should happen in the spring.
Right.
And Coop, I'm a little scared. The previous caller did make a very good point. Our schedule is not super hard. We should not be in this.
It's not.
It's
true.
not.
It's not.
We should be. If we win, here's what I know. We win the games we're supposed to win, which is technically 9 of those games. Here's what I'm just looking at this off the deal. No spring looking at. We should win all of the 9 of these games, minus the Florida State, Clemson, and Texas A&M. I'm not saying we shouldn't win them, but we're talking about the shoe-in games that talent for talent we are equivalent to, or if not better. Would you agree or disagree?
That's fair. I agree.
Those 3 games, the Texas A&M, Florida State, and Clemson, those 3 teams have better team continuity. One of them, not all of them, they all fall into these different categories. Either they have better team continuity, better team talent, longevity as a staff, or somewhere they fall in there. And we have to at least win one of those 3. That's a 33% chance against better talent, would you say? Is that fair?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's fair.
So we win 9 of the games that we have better talent than. We're 9-3, right? Yeah, 9-3. We win 1 game out of the 3 games of teams that have better talent than us, or better longevity and coaching, whatever. We just think they're a better team. However you deem that. We think they're a better team. If we can win 1 of the 3, that makes us a 10-win team.
However, we are talking about the Miami Hurricanes.
So Coop, it sounds good when I say it like that, right? But the reality is, hold up. I'm about to take another flight. I just want to put it out there because when you talk yourself through it, Coop, it sounds feasible, right? Like,
listen, can I give you an example to back up exactly what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I hopped on Wholesome One's show last year. I think it was August. It was like a month before kickoff. This is true story.
Mm-hmm.
I laid out 3 pages worth of notes. Him and I were doing a full season prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I went into his stream on paper with a prediction of 7-5. By the time me and him talked about each game, I had us at 11-1.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not doing it this year. I'm not. I am going to be positive. I am going to be cautiously optimistic. I'm happy about the hires. I am ecstatic. But I am not coming out here and guaranteeing 10 wins, 11 wins. I'm not even guaranteeing 8 wins.
Got you. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
After the spring game, I would definitely come up with a number. And I'm going to stick to it because I said that after year 1 was the baseline, year 2, regardless of coaching changes, and I'm going to stick to my word on that. But, man, Coop, man, you awesome, bro. I'm going to bring, man, first of all, I'm going to say this before I'll push this thing forward. Coop, man, it's glad to see you back in the saddle. I know you had things with family, man. And from me to you, I know I left you a message as many other people did. And, my condolences to you and the family. But, man, I'm so happy to see you back in the saddle doing this thing because I know it's something that you love. And it's therapy for you, too, man.
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate you. I've always got people's channels up in the background. I'm just a lurker. I don't chat very much, but I'm always listening. I appreciate the Canes fans, whether we agree or disagree. I just want to close with saying, don't take it as I'm being super negative and I don't like the hires and all this nonsense. I'm just being very cautious going into this season when it comes to like predictions and things like that. But I'm happy with the hires. The players are excited. They seem to like Dawson. The guys on defense like Guidry. So I'm pumped for this season. I gotta wait and see, man. I gotta wait and see. That's all.
I'm with you, man. Well, as always, man, we appreciate you. As you say, as always, go Canes. Cool, man. Glad to see you, man. Glad to talk to you. Thanks, brother. All right, we're coming to 1413, who's been waiting patiently in the background. Thank you so much for my other callers. I know we went a little long, but I had to get that call in. 1413, you're on the line. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Man, what they do, Kohei, you already know who it is, man. This is Mr. Taste One Boy Peanuts, man.
Man, this is my man around here, Taste One Boy Peanut. Hold up. What up, Taste, boy?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. Now, remember last spring game, I almost choked on them things because they were so good. I was eating them too fast, whole and all. So you going to be out there this spring game?
Man, you already know it. I'm coming with a little something extra this time.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Can I put a request in? Yeah,
You already know, but dog, hey, you already know, hey, that's out the question. No, you know why you asking. Matter of fact, just stop your damn self for asking that question.
I'm sorry. I surely will. That one hurt. I went a little too hard right there on that one. Hold up. Hey, Lance.
Yo.
Your boy need them Coach Hayes spices. I need them spices.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, so we on Cole Hayes show. We got 266 people here. Cole Hayes, I ain't even tell nobody this, but I'm gonna just drop it on your show right now. Cole Hayes, we finna get ready to come out with that second flavor in the summertime. So hey, just y'all be on the lookout. It's coming in the summer. I ain't telling y'all the name of the flavor, but it's coming, and I know y'all gonna love it.
There it is. Breaking news. Lance Leggett around here, Hurricane Great, dropping the second flavor on the show. Yo, man. Don DeMarco. Man, we breaking news. We ain't breaking on no recruits, but we breaking open these peanuts because them things are nutritious, protein, and boy, you bite a finger off if you don't watch it. Man, let the people know where they can find them, Lance.
Hey, man, you already know you're going to Taste One Boy Peanuts with the S.com. That's Taste One Boy Peanuts with the S.com. Listen, I ain't asking y'all to buy nothing. I'm just asking y'all to like something on the page, share something on the page. But if you do want to buy something, I'm going to say it again. Go on TasteOneBoyPeanuts.com. I'm going to deliver them boy peanuts right to your front door. Hey.
I love it.
But, Coach, hey, I got a question for you, though.
Talk to me.
I came over to ask you a question.
Give it to me.
It's two things I got, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Van Dyke and Coach Kevin Beard get us a 1,000-yard receiver this year.
Ooh.
Or All-American receiver this year.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell y'all something? I know this going to sound crazy. I believe that. But the question is, who, Lance? Who is the 1,000-yard receiver? Can I tell you who that person is?
Who?
I'm going with Brashard Smith. Let's go. I'm going with Brashard Smith.
Hey, honestly, man, I really feel like KB, man, could get that. Because, when I came in, KB was the one who wore 9 before me.
That's right.
And I never forget when I came to Miami, man. KB took me to Todd Suggs. So I know you might know about Todd Suggs.
On 7th Avenue?
And get that hamburger sub. Matter of fact, it's in South Miami Heights.
Oh no!
Not South Miami. Well, it was close to the campus.
Okay.
And he took me to get this hamburger sub. If you from Miami, if you from the area, I know they know about it. If there's somebody else, but man, he took me to get that hamburger sub. And man, I always looked up to KB. Man, I feel like KB could do it because look who he came up under, Coach CJ, Coach Curtis Johnson.
That's right.
Best wide receiver coach in the league right now. Congratulations to him. He got that with the new league he got the head coach job in Houston.
Yeah, XFL.
It's a USFL, XFL. I don't know whatever you call it. But yeah, he got that head coaching job. But so congratulations to him. But I feel like KB, man, what he learned from CJ and put his own little twist on it, he could get us that 1,000-yard receiver. Or I want to see us get an All-American receiver, honestly.
I hear you, but listen. Can I tell you something? A lot of people looking at me like, Coach, you stupid. But here's what I'm telling people. They're saying Jacoby George, they're saying Kobe Young. But with this type of offense, you got to have, in order to get a guy going, I think Kobe Young is a guy who is good as he's moving. And you'll know what I mean when I say this, Lance. There are receivers that are good as they move. They're good with routes that like a post ball, catch it and they're moving and they go on. 9s, digs, drag, so forth and so on. But some receivers don't show their true speed and potential coming out of a hitch because it's a stop and go route, right? They got to get back going again. Does that make sense? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So in this type of offense, when I look at a cat like Brashard Smith, here's why I said him. He is fast. He has good stop and go, but he also has good drag. Like he has all of that for speed, for yak yardage. See, not just catching. It's hard to make 1,000 yards catch and tackle. You understand? You got to make your 1,000 yards off catching yak, if that makes sense, right?
For sure.
It's hard to, even if you catch a 25-yard post ball going across the thing and you get tackled, that's great. But if you're a person who's not getting a lot of yak off of these catches, it's going to be hard to get 1,000-yard gain. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I think Brashard, because he can now motion in that backfield, come out, he can be the drag guy. He can take it down the thing. He can sit down, catch the sit down route, and get back going again. And he's a thick dude. He be easy to bring down. So That's why I
For sure.
said Brashard Smith. Who would you think?
I don't put that, man. No, honestly I won't even go against that. See, a lot of people might say Restrepo. Not me. I would go with Smith as well, or Young, because I'm gonna use Young for example. Because I never forget this, man. My wide receiver coach at Cleveland Brown, Coach Wes Chandler. You remember Wes Chandler was a dog at Florida. He told Braylon Edwards, he said, Braylon, if you catch 15 dig routes, which if y'all don't know what a dig route is, that's a 15-yard or 18-yard in route. If you catch 15 of those routes right now, you'll make. If you make 15 of those, if you catch 15 of those, you'll make it to the Pro Bowl. And guess what he did? He caught over 15 dig routes, and that was the first Pro Bowl he made. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like Young, if he do that, if he could catch them dig routes, because you could split the safeties. You see what I'm saying?
True story.
If Young could do that, because Young, man, Young look fresh now. Young got that ugly number he had last year. He was number 4 now.
He was like number 80, 88 or something, I think. Yeah, 88, I believe.
That shit was ugly. That shit was so suey. That shit looked suey.
Suey. I ain't heard that in a long time, last suey.
I'm gonna give you that day kind of talk. You know I not talk that.
Hey, that thing was looking flaw. But anyway, go ahead.
But nah, man, I feel like he can definitely do it. And I love what Life in Football said. I'm looking in the chat. He said, why can't we have both? Why can't we have a 1,000-yard receiver and All-American wide receiver? We need one. When the last time we had one? Kevin Beard? Not Kevin Beard.
Amar
the last
Richardson?
time we had one was God damn, I can't think. Andre Johnson.
Really?
Right? I think so.
I don't know. I was coaching. I'll be honest with you, I'll be wrong, but I don't know, Lance. Like I say, hold on, guy. Don't hang up in the back. I see you guys back there, 0165 6485. Don't hang up on me. But no, seriously, man. I think that those guys can do well. Some people brought up Restrepo. I think Restrepo will catch some great footballs. He's gonna make some great plays. But I know you, in order to get to a stat, you got to have some yak. And I don't know how much yak Restrepo is going to have. I think he's going to be a guy who moves the chains for us, made the tough catches, very smart. But we're talking about a yak player. You got to get yak in order to get in there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm looking at it.
I'm reading Pimp Down comment. He said Leggett equal Dave kind of by the way of Texas. Hold on, Pimp Down. You might I don't know, you might be from Texas. I might be reading wrong. But man, I'm from Florida. I'm from Polk County, Florida, 863. I ain't from Texas. I lived out there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a Florida boy, man.
I heard that, Leggett, man. You all right with me, man. But let's get them peanuts on deck, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. You already know, man. Man, honestly, man, I'm gonna go back to saying this, man. The University of Miami fan base, y'all, honestly, man, y'all supported the business and y'all blew Taste One up for me, man. And I know when we drop this second flavor, y'all gonna love it. And then Kohei, they've been asking for the merch. And I did that. It was a tedious marketing strategy I wanted to do. But we're gonna come with that. We're gonna come with that merch for them, and I know y'all can support on that too. And what I love about what the University of Miami fan base did, y'all didn't only stay selfish to the University of Miami fan base. Y'all told University of Florida fan base about it. Y'all told the University of Florida. Y'all told Florida State fan base about it. Y'all told all the fan bases about it because I'm not just trying to be stuck in that box. I want to grow. So,
sure no.
Man, y'all just keep supporting me, and I appreciate it.
Nah, thank you, man. Appreciate you, Lance, as always, man. Y'all go support them. They got it up in the chat where you can actually go find you can find the thing, but it's Taste One Boy Peanuts with an S.com. I learned that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Man, thank you for letting me come in, Kohei, man. I'm finna chime in. I'm be in the chat looking at y'all boys listening because I love it, man. To buy. Hey, Kohei, when I told you this, the first time I ever found out about you, bro, I didn't know about you. Let me tell you, I put my daddy on YouTube, and this man be on YouTube heavy. He old. He don't have nothing to do. He retired here in the house. And my dad, dog, you don't know how much joy you bring to my dad because he the one told me about your channel.
Appreciate that, man. Tell Dad I say what's up, man.
Man.
That's what's up, man.
For sure.
I see they say Life in Football say you brought them to the channel, man. So thank you. They subscribe. So appreciate Life in Football. I think they got a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna check them out, man, right now.
Oh yeah, man, Life in Football, man. I'm gonna tell you about him, man. They got some good stuff going on, man. He up and coming. He definitely look up to you, man. I want y'all boys to link. I want him to talk to you.
Well, do this. I'm gonna tell you right now in front of everybody. Life in Football. Hit me up on my DM me on my Twitter. Trust me, I've had my same phone number since 2000, and it ain't gonna change. So hit me up on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
DM me on Twitter. If you feel like it, you want to chop it up tonight, you can. I'm gonna be off here probably in the next 30 minutes, and that's how I get down. Because if one man say you good, then you good. So Lance say you good people. Guess what? I'm taking just what it is because he ain't never led me wrong, except for the name and rights to them Coach Hayes spicy peanuts. But other than that, we good. We good. I'm just teasing, man.
Hey,
but
you gonna love the steak flavor, though.
I can't wait, boy. I'm ready, boy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Anytime, bro.
You know I'm finna time in. I like watching. Man, Coach Hayes show better than motherfucking ESPN. You got him in here.
Dun-dun-dun. Scoot over, Stephen A. All right, baby.
All right, bro. You be safe.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right, man. That was a good call right there, man. Great call. I'm going to my next one, 618-6485, who was patiently waiting. 6485. I apologize for making you all wait so long, but maybe we had some great guests on here talking. I don't mean that you guys are less than, but I just want to make sure I put it out there because we got to support our people that support us. 6485, call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Coach Hayes, this is Keyshawn from Fort Myers, Florida, and man, I am disappointed in you, Coach.
What happened?
I'm disappointed. You drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
What you mean?
You drink Kool-Aid. When you was talking about the record, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I think a lot of people what goes over a lot of these people's heads is like on paper, right? You say we should win. What you said, 8-9 games. You said 9 games. Correct?
No. Okay, I get what you're saying. No, when I was talking to Coop, I was saying when you look at it on paper, you can easily talk yourself into a 10-win season. That's what I was showing Coop. I was saying to Coop, like, because the previous caller was like, look, bro, Florida State, Clemson, and Texas A&M. Other than that, we shouldn't lose any other games. And like Coop he kind of backed me up and said, yeah, when I was on Wholesome Show, I was in there talking about 7 games. By the time I got off, we was 11-1. Excuse me. So I said all that to say, no, I haven't drank the Kool-Aid. I was saying when you look at the record, you can easily walk yourself into a trap because you're looking like, because I'm going to tell you what happens. You don't look at the team more than you look at the names. You like, Virginia? Gosh, we could whip Virginia. But mind you, we were in a field goal battle with them last year, right? But I'm saying when you think of the names, it fools you more than the actual team. That's why I said that. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, like, if you look at it on paper, this isn't even towards you. This is really towards a lot of the people in the chat. You know, I've seen so many predictions. Rather get a 1,500-yard rusher than a 1,000-yard receiver. Like, sometimes I just see stuff that, to me, just don't make sense, right? You got people saying we're going 10-2. Like, listen, y'all, on paper, we should win 9 games, right? But Coach Hayes, you was a coach, so you can probably attest to this. There's probably at least 2 or 3 games where we're going to go in there and not play well. Regardless of talent, once you're down to a team that's, you know, with some motivation or some energy, it's a different ball game when you're down on the scoreboard, regardless of talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we get down to Virginia 14-0. Regardless of talent, now they got the lead and they playing with a different energy. You feel me? So even though on paper we should win 9, you got to remember, not to you, but everybody else, there's a lot of games where, you know, we're going to find ourselves in tough situations. And talent don't matter once that scoreboard is down. You got to learn how to manage the game as far as coming back from a deficit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about talent at that point, right? And I think that's the biggest struggle that we had last season. We were better than Middle Tennessee State. We were better than Duke. We shouldn't even been in triple overtime with Virginia, but we didn't know how to win. So we found ourselves in that situation.
Okay, well, I agree with you. Let me get these next callers in here, though, man, because they've been waiting so patiently, just like you were, and I really appreciate that, man. We got quite a few in the queue, but like I say, man, we got to blame Lance for that. So go buy some peanuts to make him pay for it. You know what I mean? We buy his peanuts and let's take all his stock away and buying up all his peanuts. So you got to go spend some money and restock his stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
All
Hey,
right.
Coach,
Yeah.
real quick though, before you hang up, can you give us like a prediction? I'm gonna hang up after this question, but could you possibly give us a prediction of your starters on either offense or defense or any position group? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you tell everybody what you think about?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Not 3 games in. I mean, 3 practices in. I think we can, but we're gonna do a show on it as we get closer. So I promise you that we'll do a show on it as we get closer. I think that too is also a way people expectations get right. We so far away. Still got 15 practices. We got to go all the way to April 14th, and we literally a month and 2 days away from that. So a month away from that game, I still think it's a little premature. I'm gonna be honest. I have some ideas for some spots, but some guys, I want to wait and see. I want to really see who earns it and who puts it out there. I really have to see that because we got some spots that really need to be earned. But I know Corey Flagg is a starter in the middle.
Okay.
I'll just mess with you. You know I love. I'm an underdog king.
Go all night about that.
All right, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right. For my next caller, for those that don't know, your brain about to get tingled. Your gray matter about to get fertilized. You about to get educated. This is.
Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. We're all here to do what we're all here to do. Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it. I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
Hi, Miss Wilcox.
Well, hi, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Welcome. You are back and live. Talk to me. What are your thoughts on today's show?
It's never a thought, it's the truth.
Oh, I apologize. What's your truths about for today's show?
You know, about 2 weeks ago, the death of Sean Taylor was advertised. And, that's a Valentine's to the Canes for them to remember Sean Taylor 2 weeks ago. But you all got to remember, Mark Richt, 11-1, 9-3. Y'all self-sabotage your own damn self. You should have went with him and his son because he's a Cane. You let Alabama and other body come over into your territory. NCAA gonna strip you of everything. And I ain't scared to tell them. See, the wake-up call to y'all is this. The pyramid went, one went to Georgia, and one came out of, one went to Alabama, went to Georgia, then he came to Miami. And that's a pyramid. Okay? Mark Richt had y'all in the game. Same thing, he left Smart in the game. That's how Georgia kept going. Mark Richt and his son. You all didn't appreciate what God sent you. Now you're to blame. You suck because you betrayed your own blood. Don't betray your own blood when you want to be number one. When you was 11-1, 9-3. And you know well the defense coach had no experience.
Mm-hmm.
You could just wait those 2 years that God was going to give him. And guess what? All the coaches was going to come home. But you got in the mix with, yes, whatever his last night, the defense coach, and put him there. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you think up your own territory that you should have woke up about. Forgive yourself. Thyself is a problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
And those who think negative, you are the problem. Negativity don't manifest. It manifests what you want, that you feel that a dream can come true to deceive your team.
Mm-hmm.
Your spirit ain't right. Get clean yourself. Remember, the dead know what the alive doing. 2 weeks ago, he was here. And nobody said nothing about his birthday or how he died. He was murdered. That's right. I said it. He was murdered. He was targeted. And y'all don't even know. Portis paid the price to go to jail. See what's in the dark. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to make sure you know where I stand. Because I'm speaking for the dead, not the live. Because the live is kind of confused what they want. Mark Richt was a value man that gave you 11-1, 9-3, and you never got out of the playoff. But you brought in an experienced man that had no way, no clue, and he thought he can manipulate these small people who you thought was for the king. If you don't hire your own, then you're going to fall. Alabama got your coach. That's their man. He belongs to them. Don't you see? Now wake up. Mario had to wake up with this. And I told y'all, he's not the fault of what went down on him. The NCAA put it on him because what? You still number one in the NFL every year.
Yes, ma'am.
They talk about you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you got to understand this. 9-3, he can do this. But you still got referees going to pull, shovel, and whatever. Now, Mark Richt, he showed his butt when y'all played Florida because, Florida cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
I did
He
not.
threw an active foot on the sideline. But at the same time, give yourself praise that you still have a team. They don't want you to have a team. They want to strip you of everything. If they can do that, then you still won't be number one
Yes,
in the NFL. Grow
Yes.
up, man, and
Yes,
get
ma'am.
some nuts.
Bye, Miss Wilcox. Bye. The Oracle has spoken. I told you, we about to fertilize your brain. We about to load your gray matter Glock. She don't play around. Trying to tell you. I'm going to my next caller right now, 9737. Give me 1 second. Let me get some donos, some love. Thank you for subscribing, John Paul. Really appreciate you. Muhammad in the building. Thank you so much for the 49. Smash the like button. Go Canes. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that, Muhammad. Going to my next caller. The Oracle don't be playing. 9737. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Let us know where you're calling from.
What's up, Coach?
What's going on?
Coach, man, listen. Y'all got Charlie Strong, and y'all let him go. Why you don't think they gave him the defensive coordinator job when he's already proven that he was a head coach? Then on top of being a head coach, he went to Texas, still handled business, and Texas done him wrong. Why Miami just didn't give a man a job for the defensive coordinator, man?
I'll say this, and I'm only speculating. I had to be honest. What's your name again, bro? I missed your name.
It's Life in Football, but
you Life in Football.
Cole.
No, Life in Football. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I need you to hit me up on the DM me on Twitter. Like I say, Lance say we good. We need to chop it up, man. But so here we go. Life in Football. Here's what I'll say. Sometimes X's and O's don't get past personality. Right? Sometimes, and one thing about this profession that is so different, but very similar, is if a lot of personalities don't work together, and I'm only speculating this, I'm giving you a possibility, a hypothetical, I guess is the right way to say it, that you may be a great whatever, but if we can't get along, then I may not need you. I don't know what you do for a living, but let's say you have a great somebody that does something, whatever, great. But you guys just can't get along. You can't have a meeting without arguing. It's just bad blood, but they're great at what they do. And you're the boss. Would you continue to have them on your team or not?
Yeah. Now, Coach, I see that Hampton in the back, man. You played ball, and if you did, what position?
At Hampton. Yeah. Hold on. We will go back to that, but how you skip the question? I'm asking you a question. Are you going to get the game? You continue to let them work?
Yeah. I would want to keep him. I would keep him and we would roll. And I would keep him. We would roll, and I let him do what he do. I let him let them dogs loose, just how he did at Louisville, and we'll be #1 in the ACC.
Yeah, but you're missing my point. Can y'all work together? That's the question. Can you work together? Me and you right now.
I will put.
Hold on. Me and you right now. We're going to have a conversation after this about probably some business. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you do per se, but we're going to chop it up. Let's just say we in the same field. And I want you to come do some work for me. But I can't get along with you, bro. We can't get happy, even though you may be very good at what you do. But our relationship may be more detrimental than your X's and O's.
Right.
Somebody got to go.
I will make it work.
All right.
I would try my best to make it work, man. I would try my best to put my differences aside because I know I will benefit the program, and then most likely it's gonna get me another head coaching job. So I'm gonna do everything I can to stay in that position and let you know. Look, I don't know how we got to that point where it don't go right, but we need to get it right so I can lock this defense down and go to my head coaching job. Because when I go to Alabama, you know they're gonna put me back in the screw little situation.
Right.
So I don't know when my next shot gonna be, and my clock is winding down. I'm about to be 60, already 60. So I gotta get it in.
So you say you already 60.
No, if I'm Charlie Strong.
Oh, Charlie Strong. I thought you were saying you were 60. Because I was saying to myself, like, all right, well, I don't know, in that sense. I get where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, how I look at it is simply some people just can't mesh like that. And some people are willing to just let it go, and you can find somebody else that can do the same, if not better. Again, that's all hypothetical. You know what I mean? You know where I'm coming from? So hopefully that makes sense, man. I don't know. Uh-oh, did he hang up? Did he hang up? Oh, shoot, I guess he hung up, man. I don't know. Anyway, 7761, man. Live in Football. Hit me up on Twitter. I guess DM me. I don't know what happened. And 7761, caller, you on the line. Caller, talk to us.
What's going on, Coach, man? It's Muhammad. How are you?
Muhammad, I'm good. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I had a real big dono here. Laugh Out Loud, 305, $50. Let them know, Coach. We don't care to keep anyone from below 500 team. They can all go. Go Kane. Y'all clap it up for that, man. That's huge right there. And I'm gonna give you some love. I haven't given love in a long time when it comes to this. Y'all haven't seen this in quite some time, but I really appreciate that. Laugh Out Loud 305. Real quick, and we'll get back to my man Muhammad. Hold on. All right, man. That's a big dono there. Thank you for the $50. Appreciate it, man. He said, no, I kicked you. No, I didn't kick you out, bro. I apologize. It went out. That's why I was talking. I was answering your question. Call back in. We can finish Life in Football. Call right back in. But anyway, Muhammad, talk to us, baby. What's up?
What's going on, man? How you? So, what are you thinking? What you been hearing this spring? Like, I want your what your take is. Even though I know it's vanilla, I know it's real vanilla.
Like I said, in these first three practices, you're going to get what it is building. You're building up two things. You're building up a rapport with the kids from the players. The players are trying to learn the coaches, what they want, who they are, what their expectations are. You're trying to learn how to practice for these coaches. These coaches are trying to see how these players practice. There's a lot of evaluating going on right now. And everybody is evaluating everybody. The players are evaluating the coaches. They are literally comparing coaches to what they have already been coached from the last coach. They are comparing right now. I'm gonna tell you what's happening right now. All the linebacker coaches are being comparing how they got coached. I mean, all the linebackers are comparing how they're being coached right now versus how they were being coached by Charlie Strong. All of the D-line coaches or whatever, the running back coaches, everybody's making a comparison, and they're trying to see how they fit in. That's why these first 3 days are huge. And I actually like the fact that they did these three practices take spring break, let the kids kind of decompress. I'm sorry. Shout out to Wholesome One. Let the young men decompress and kind of get their thoughts together, gather that, and then when they come back, it's go, 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 go. So I'm glad they didn't catch them in the middle of, learning this install, blah, 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 and then just cut it off and come back. So to answer your question, I really firmly believe that. I truly firmly believe that they're gelling. I think it's going to be fine. I think you are going to see something vanilla in spring, not because they're trying to hide anything from anybody, but more they're trying to get the kids. Shout out to Wholesome One. They're trying to get the young men to play fast. And you play fast by less thinking. The less you think, you know what I mean? The less you think, the faster you can play. And I think that's what their goal should be this spring. If I'm not mistaken, their goal should be play fast, get to the football, get to the ball, execute.
That's what I've been hearing, especially on defense. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, especially on defense. That the kids are, the young men are, getting the chance to just be able to play and be athletes instead of always having to think about, where they got to be, what zone they got to sit in, this, that, and the other. So, I'm all for it, like you said. Play fast, play physical, and swarm to that ball, especially on defense.
Nah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Like I said, yeah, they got to get to the ball and make it happen. Offensively, it's about executing. Throwing and catching the ball. Throw the ball, catch the ball, protect the ball, run blocking. It gets kind of hard to begin with the run blocking because you had a little pads up top. You try not to get anybody rolled over or rolled up on. But anyway, yeah, definitely, man. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm excited about the spring. I told you, boy, Kevin Beard said, we going vertical. And if we ain't going vertical in the first 3 plays of the spring game, well, I don't care if it's first down, second down, or third down. The first 3 offensive plays of the spring, I better see a 50-yard shot somewhere.
Yeah, hey, open it up, like you said. Exactly. That's what I want to see, too. Open it up, man.
I don't care if it's complete or incomplete. Hey, Muhammad, I don't care if 9 people covering that dude. Throw the ball out there.
Right. Hey, we got a 6'4" receiver. What's his name? Kobe Young. Throw it up. Let his ass go get it. Let him be 6'4".
Let him go get it, man. Yeah, sure enough.
All right, man, Coach. I already know, man. I appreciate what you do, man. You already know. Go Canes, man. Have
appreciate it, man.
I'll call in another time.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you a lot.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, real quick. Life of football. Call back in. For real. I don't want to kick nobody out, man. The computer be tripping. So call back in. Life in football. And we get it rocking. I'm about to go ahead and shut this thing down. It is 8:30. I'll give it about 3 more minutes before I shut this thing down. 904 Hurricane. Coach Hayes, question for you. Based on how bad the O-line was last year and the opinion of how much better we think the O-line will improve, how many game improvements that's along? Oh, God. First of all, the offensive line was bad because of injury, guys. We can't dismiss that. We can't dismiss the injury bug for the offensive line. We can't dismiss that. But Coach Cristobal and Coach Mirabal have to now take that in account for this season. Think about it. What game was that? We lost 2 offensive linemen in 3 plays. I forget what game. Right in the end zone. We were right down there by the end zone. In 3 plays, we lost 2 offensive linemen. Zion Nelson been out. He's still out. I mean, I think they were bad because they were young due to so many injuries. I mean, we were shuffling players around like 3-card Monty or whatever it's called, the shell game. Where's the P? Where's the P? Man, we got cats everywhere, bro. I think we'll see a big improvement, and I can't say barring injury. I'm coming to you, caller 9737. I think that's my man Life in Football. We're going to have injury. That's football. That is football. We're going to have injury. The question is, how can we manage those injuries with other players? How do we manage the injury game How good is the second string guy? How good is the third string guy? Can a guy, and I know I saw the offensive lineman talk about them being kind of shuffled around playing left guard, left tackle, right tackle, so forth and so on. But we got to be able to manage these injuries. And we got to, you can't prevent them. I mean, we try with the ankle, the knee braces and all that stuff. But that's a part of the game. We're talking about 300-pound bodies falling on each other, bro, at high speed. Something going to snap. Something's going to give. I don't care who you are. You understand? The question is, how do we manage that, and how good can our youngins be behind them? How good are the Francis Mauigoas? How good will the Pancake Honchos be? How good will these other guys? I forgot about the center we had. The center had, I'm going to bring him in right now, caller 9737. I forget the center we had. He hasn't played yet. The Gonzalez, I believe, or Rodriguez, Chris Rodriguez from Christopher Columbus. I don't think he's been healthy since he's been there. So that
right.
I don't know what to say when it comes to that. I think we'll be a lot better, but we got to be able to establish a run game. But the injuries, man, it's not an excuse, but it is an excuse. I mean, come on, you go from Power 5 to a bunch of freshmen. We talked about that. I mean, it's bad. It was bad last year. So, and I like Mirabal. I like Coach Mirabal. I think he's a good offensive line coach. I think he's a good person too. All right, man, back to you. Life in football. Come on, bro. Is this you?
Yes, sir. My fault. Right. I don't know that kicking me out, man.
Oh, I don't know. I was talking. I was answering your question. I was like, all right. And then you ain't say nothing. When I looked over, it was gone. So anyway, no, I don't know. I don't know, man. Hopefully I answered your question.
No, you did. Do you think Cristobal bit off more than he could chew in Miami? I don't want to say this, but maybe Miami just can't come back to the promised land no more. Maybe that's not in their calling plans anymore. What you think?
Oh, God. Come on, Life of Football. We just met, and you put me on the lie to take the test. Godly, Life in Football. You done put me on the lie to take the test. I'm not a liar. You done put me out there.
Because think about it. They've been down for a minute. Like, we ain't seen them ball really since that early 2000s. They had no squads. Matter of fact, when Lance Leggett got up out of there, that's the last time we really seen them at the top like that. I haven't seen it since then. I don't know if they can come back to the promised land. I'm pretty sure they can, but it's just like when.
You have you about to make me say something, dog. I really never wanted to say. I was never going to say this until somebody asked me.
Right.
You asked me a question. You said, can we ever get back to the promised land? And the promised land is, I'm thinking of natties, correct?
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Somebody say drink some cane juice before you speak. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say. I think that this hill is a lot more steeper than people believe it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You ever looked at Mount Everest from a distance? You're like, oh, that's not that big till you walk up on it, till you get to the base of it.
Right.
You look at Mount Everest from 10 miles away, it look like a little hill. But when you get to the base of it,
right.
I don't know if it is or one of the tallest mountain in the world.
It's up there. Mm-hmm.
I think that somebody said my cup empty. It is empty. Y'all some haters, boy. Y'all go slap yourself for boy watching Coach Hayes cane juice cup. Hey Ryan, my cup runneth empty. But anyway, here's what I don't want to say, and I want to be careful with this, but I want people to understand where I'm coming from. Big shout out to Off Script. What's up, Scotty? Y'all go check him out. You know, all your HBCU content, go check him out, man. Big shout out to him, man. I think that hill is a lot taller than people believe it is. One,
right,
financially. Yes, we just put $100 million into the University of Miami. And I don't want to sound negative, but I want to be for real. That $100 million we just put in, people were putting that in 20 years ago. People have revamped their $100 million stuff twice since 2000. Some of them 3 times. LSU, 3 years ago, just put $78 million just in their locker room. And they get ready to put some more money into it. Tennessee. These places are spending. You could go Google how much money they're spending. I'm coming to you quick, 1875. They are spending money left and right, and we spend $100 million. So yeah, we're happy because we're spending $100. But you got to remember that $100, like the locker rooms we have now, are probably 15 years old compared to other places. Hope that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it do.
It's new. It's new, but it's old, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because $100 million is not a lot of money overall for a program. It's a lot for a locker room. But when you're talking about putting $100 million into the program, that's not a lot of money. Bro, you just saw Northwestern. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. $800 million into their stadium? Think about what I just said. Northwestern, who won 1 game this year, I believe, maybe 2. It's an academic school. And they put $800 million into their facility. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm right. I don't want to speak out of turn. Tell the baby, don't cry. Those are just real factual numbers.
Yeah.
Northwestern shares plans. Look, I just pulled this up. Northwestern shares plans. This was September 29th, 2022. Northwestern shares plans for new $800 million football stadium. $800 million football stadium. And we talking about $100 million.
So, Coach, basically you saying it ain't no promised land unless they put up that cash.
No, I'm just saying that the hill is higher than we think it is because we're seeing stuff moving right now. We don't realize how big of a feat we are behind wise. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody says they are getting a smaller stadium. Okay. But they putting $800 million in it to get it smaller. I didn't say they were getting a bigger stadium. I said they putting $800 million into their stadium. We're talking about numbers. Okay. The Big Ten gives each team $100 million to each team, but they came up with $700 million. I mean, we're just talking about numbers. Somebody said, what that got to do with winning? A lot. You want to know what it has to do with winning? Ask Coach Cristobal. Why do you think FTW, part of his stipulations coming here was that y'all were going to have to invest money? The money, trust me, I can't explain like to the T, put my finger, oh, well, this $100 million is going to get you that W, and this $100 million is going to get you that. We're talking about investing in your program. Name me the programs. Real quick, name me the programs that's winning, that's not investing. I'll wait. Okay, talk to me, man. I'm sorry, the other caller hung up.
You're right. No, yeah, you're right. They won't be able to come back. Well, I ain't gonna say they can't come back, but they're gonna have to invest, like you're saying, and they're gonna have to invest a whole lot of money. Matter of fact, each and every day just to get that ball rolling. Because like you said, you got Alabama, they dropping that cash on them daily. You got Clemson, they going to battle. You got LSU, they going to battle. You got Ohio State, they going to battle. So them programs want to stay on top and gonna stay on top because nobody don't want to go to that land of maybe never returning again.
I'm just saying, like somebody says, like Shad, big shout out to Shad in the building. Northwestern more likely has a strong alumni base, so they have money. Yeah. But look where this is my point. Look where the university is deciding to spend it. How many people would spend $800 million in the stadium when your team only winning one game a year? I mean, I just said that this year, but I know they haven't been that bad, but they won one game this year, maybe two. And I know that money's been earmarked a long time ago. I'm just saying, we are still behind. Losing teams are investing more money, even though I know they're getting more money. Don't get me wrong. They're getting more money because they're part of a bigger conference and so forth and so on. But Miami, that's a real uphill battle, man. But let me take these next calls in here, brother. I thank you. Like, let's talk afterwards, man. I don't know what you're busy or not, but put your stuff in there and I'll call you when it's over.
All right.
I'm getting off here in a few
All
seconds.
right, I will.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
All right.
1278 coming to you live right now. But let me give a quick shout out to this Dono. Live out loud for another $20. Facilities bring talent. You have to be able to keep up with the college football market. Google invested heavily into their workplace. It is extremely competitive. So to even be a janitor at Google, hey, thank you for that $20, man. It really means a lot. And that's huge. You have to remember, it is an arms race when it comes to facilities. Let's be honest. LSU put $78 million in a couple years ago. Why in the world should they go spend another $40 million in four years later? Because now that's considered old. Those recruits have seen that already. It's been used. And remember, that's what it is. That's the arm race. Because remember, I may spend 40, but the more I win, the better the recruits come. I can make 200 this year. So I net out 160 million. See how that works? All right. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, LOL 305. Call on the line 1278. You're the last one for the night. Thank you so much
The
for calling
conference
in.
has been locked.
Talk to us. 1278, you live.
Hey, what's going on, hey?
What's going on? Talk to me. Who is this?
Hey, this Kane.
Canes. All right, Canes, talk to me. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, I just want to comment on the Northwestern Stadium that you was just talking about.
Okay.
See, just what you got to realize. Who's going to Northwestern? Name me one D1 top player who's going to Northwestern. If they put $200 billion in Northwestern, it don't matter. It's Northwestern at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, look at Texas A&M. All the money they spending. What has Texas A&M won? What has Tennessee won? Tennessee had won since what, 1998? Well, so all this money these teams are spending, but where are the results on the field? See, why I get Mario props is Mario knows what Miami's supposed to look like. He's been the players in there that's going to compete to win the championships.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can do a better job at Miami than he can do at Tennessee, Texas A&M, or Northwestern. Miami carries a much bigger, a much bigger cachet is what I'm saying. Those other teams, they don't do that. Miami is a big brand, man. Even though we only spend $100 million, this is what you got to realize. It's the administration fault because Miami's behind the way they are.
I agree
You got to go back to Donna Shalala and probably before her.
I agree with that.
It's those people's fault that the program is behind. It's not Mario's fault. It wasn't Manny Diaz's fault. It wasn't Mark Rick's fault. It wasn't Al Golden's fault. It was the top people. That's why Miami's behind the way they are.
I totally agree with
we
that.
need to stop saying about Miami's behind because it's not the actual football team fault or the coach's fault. It's the top people. And that's what Mario was saying. We got to get rid of some of those top people because that's why they're behind like they are.
But to your point.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but to your point. All right. So somebody asked me the question. I never said it was Mario's fault. And I know you didn't say that. I'm just saying for maybe to other listeners who may have assumed that. I didn't say it was Mario's fault, Manny's, or anybody else's. Somebody asked about Miami being on top. And I'm saying this is why. I've always said that the upper brass is the reason why we're in that situation. Think about this. We're at the University of Miami, and we just got an indoor practice. We just got an indoor practice facility.
Right. And you know what? That's a shame.
And our coach,
shame on those top people.
Exactly. And Mark Richt put in $1 million of his own dollars to get it going.
Exactly. Exactly. So those people like Donald Shalala should have been going a long time ago. The board of trustees and all those people didn't care about their program. They was only lining their damn pockets. It was all about them. They said screw the program. While Miami getting left behind, teams like Alabama on the rise, teams like Georgia on the rise. You see what I'm saying? They didn't care about the football program. It was all about them. See, that's why Miami's in the shape it's in now. They're trying to play catch up.
No, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming Mario Cristobal, but when I think FTW said, what does that have to do with winning ball game? Mario Cristobal understands that. That's why part of his stipulation to become the new head coach was what? I need to make sure I have this, and this. Just to even be competitive in this race. You understand? Exactly. And so therefore
now why did those other coaches before him, I guess, probably stand up to say that way? Well, who's to say they did? They probably did, but I guess they didn't have the cachet like Mario.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
They didn't have Manny Diaz was lucky to get the job. How you gonna be lucky to get the job and have demands? You can't be. Hey,
Manny should have never had that job. Once again, that was an upper level management bad decision.
I've said this on many shows, on many nights, and many times. The upper management tried to cheapskate their way out of this for many years, starting way back to Larry Coker days, where Larry Coker did not understand the power of the internet. Yeah, I've said this numerous times.
Right.
And the biggest nemesis to the University of Miami was the internet. The internet, I agree with you. The internet hurt the University of Miami more than any other thing in the world. Why? Because now kids from South Florida could look beyond County Line Road and do what? Wait a minute. Alabama got this? Ohio State has that. They have this. And what else did it do? It allowed these other coaches to get their paws into our players. So when huddle started coming around, now they could evaluate that tape. Before, high school coaches used to have to send that tape to those schools. Now I can sit in my office. I don't have to wait for the mail to come, or hopefully a coach make a copy of his tape and make the tape. Like the internet, all of that stuff played a part, and we were slow on the move. We were slow on the move, understanding the power. We still thought Larry Coker, the administration, and everybody else still thought that kids were going to come. And the reason I'm saying Larry Coker is because I was in Miami when he was recruiting, and he didn't do a great job recruiting our kids, our top players. I saw Larry Coker 2 days before National Signing Day. That was the only time I ever saw him at our school. But I saw somebody else that fly helicopters with a pink coat on all the time, that talk with his hands like this. I saw him all the time. And so I say that to say, I say all of that to say this. We thought kids were going to come to our school because we were the U. We just had the 2001 team, cheated out the 02 team. So we thought kids in 03 were going to come, 04, 05 was going to still come. Look how fast Larry Coker went from sugar to ish. Look how fast that decline happened.
Real fast. Dude.
Why? Because those players, the Dre Johnsons and them, graduated. And now you got this dude that goes to LSU and says, I can come get some of them kids. And you lose who? You lose a Dwayne Bowe, a Ali Highsmith, a Terrell McGill, right? You start losing all these players.
Right.
A Robert Flagg.
But if you think back too, if you remember back when a lot of the players who used to come back and give back to the program, like the Michael Irvins and all the 2001 champions, they stopped donating money because they saw the money wasn't going into the right places. You know what I mean? They saw how the program was declining, and they was like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep giving my money if you're not gonna put the running back in the football program, because even the players saw that, the former players.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying.
You know, I mean,
so when all that was saying, I understand about the stadium. I'm not gonna get into the stadium, but we're talking about an indoor practice facility where we know what happens in August. What season is it in August? I'll give you a hint. Our mascot is, that's the team mascot. The what? What season is in August? Come on, dog. Talk to me. What happens in August?
Oh, say it again now, my bad.
What happens in August in South Florida? What season is that? Starts with an H.
It's summertime. Everything going on in Miami.
No, what season? It starts with an H. A lot of lightning and wind blowing, and you can't go nowhere.
Oh, hurricanes.
Thank you. And with hurricane season comes storms and lightning and everything else. So what do you think those players on the days when it's thundering and lightning and all that stuff in South Florida, do you think they can go outside and practice? No. So those are days lost at practice. But we're in South Florida. It doesn't get cold here. We don't need an indoor practice facility.
Yeah. They should have had a indoor practice facility back in the 80s, man. Let's keep it a buck. I mean, that should have been there 40 years ago, man.
But listen, let me go through some donos and I'm gonna wrap up with you here.
Pitiful.
Let me go through some donos. I'm gonna wrap up with you here. I think I did this Laugh Out Loud 20 where it brings talent. Got to be able to keep up with college. Yes, I did that. Shad, thank you here. Tennessee ain't won since Cash Money took the 99 and the 2000. They were too busy putting money in McDonald's bags, Shad. $4.99. Mario listens to the Silk, the Shocker. It ain't his fault. Oh, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Uh-oh. Anyway, and Laugh Out Loud, another $20. He says, if you appreciate what Coach does and his investment to the Cane football, send a dono. Let's keep a good thing going. Go Canes. Laugh Out Loud 305, thank you for that, man. All that means a lot. I really appreciate that. I really do, man. And for those that can, do so. If those that can't, and I appreciate it. Just give me a thumbs up, hit the button, tell a friend to tell a friend, cost you nothing. But my cane juice cup filling up over here, baby. I see y'all over here. I'm rocking this thing. So I'm going to round this out, man. Any last words you got to say before I get out of here? Because I think Miami Flow is on now. It's starting at 9, I believe.
No, man. I think that I'm not going to make a prediction for this season coming up, but I think we're going to be significantly better than people think. You know what I mean? On the simple fact, Mario made a mistake on a lot of those hires, and he know it, and he got to own that. He got to eat that because he made those hires. He went off of names only, I think, you know. But I just got a good feeling what the staff he has now. The guys they're young, they're hungry, they want to prove themselves. I mean, especially for the OC and the DC, these guys have never had like big time jobs, so they're eager to make a name for themselves now. So don't be surprised if Miami come out whamming and bamming this year.
I hope they do, man.
I got a good feeling on it. So
I hope they do. And again, and hold on, I want to say, I want to make this clear.
10 wins above.
You for real, bro?
Yeah, I'm for real.
I love it. 10 wins a bust. I'm with you.
Dead serious.
I'm with you, bro. 10 wins a bust, dog.
I see the look on your face. I see the look on your face.
What's the 3 losses? What's the 3 losses? What's the 3 losses?
Huh?
I'm sorry. What's the 2 losses? I apologize. What's the 2 losses?
The 2 losses? Do we have Clemson this year on the schedule?
Yes, we do.
Is Clemson on the schedule?
Yep, they surely are.
That's okay. That may be a loss, but I'm not gonna predict it. I say that game that could be a loss. You're gonna beat Florida State. I'm not worried about Florida State, but we might slip up in a game that we should slip up in, like we always do. And don't be surprised if that's Duke again, because Duke got a good head coach. That guy can coach.
Okay, so
I'm going those 2 games, yeah.
So you saying Clemson in a slip-up game?
Yeah.
So we beating Texas A&M straight up.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
All right, that's why I want to make sure we're on the same page. All right, cool. I love it, man.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you taking my call. Hey, we'll call in again.
Yes, sir. Let me get off of this deal, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, then.
Thanks, brother.
Yo.
Yes, sir. All right, that was cool, man. All right, that was the last call of the night. I'm about to get up out this deal. Thank you for everybody who donated. Laugh Out Loud, man. Let me tell you something. You've done awesome. I really appreciate it. All that stuff will definitely go back into the channel to make a better viewing experience for everyone here. It really does help this channel grow. Thank you all so much. We got big things in the plans. Coach is working diligently to bring you guys more things, and ladies, more things, more content and everything else. So I really appreciate it. QB said I'm going to watch the Oscars. This is why I love doing these live shows, man. I'm telling you, boy, y'all full of comedy, man. Y'all are full of comedy. Oh, let me see. Now we know who trained Will Smith before last year Oscar. He attended the Coach Hayes pimp slapping camp. Let me tell you something. Keep my wife's name out your mouth, Reggie. So, with all that being said, I thank you all so much. No, I'm not going to watch the Oscars. Coach finna go ahead and get working and make it happen. But thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to play my outro one more time. I need a thumbs up. We got 206 people in the building. I think Miami Flo is on tonight. Y'all go check him out. Go drop over there. I think they start at 9. I know they do like 8:45, and then they be having like the DJ and stuff. So that's why I've been trying to get off at 9, but I don't know. But I'm going to play the new outro, the intro as the outro, and then we out of here. So I appreciate y'all. This is the new intro. Apologize for all the mishaps we had at the beginning, and we'll holler at you.
Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back, slide, 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 you finna go live, slide, you finna go live, slide, you finna go live, slide, I like you got some skate, skates on, skate, I like you got on some 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 skate, start for the jet, let's go, pull off and slide, then